make sure everybody gets here. Make sure all my fans know that I'm online. I'm on the air. 1 minute and 59 seconds to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to have a lot of action here tonight, you guys. It's going to be more than you can imagine, really. And that's why it's taking a little while to set this up. It's quite amazing how this works. Hold on a second. Here, my assistant director is telling me we have a couple of technical problems. Trying to figure out what those technical problems might be. This is so weird. I think we're basically online. And I really don't know why we would be having a problem right now, but we seem to be having some kind of a problem. We'll have this thing sorted out in just a second. Bear with me, please. It won't take much time. We've got a whole crew here working on the problem. Entire crew. And they will have this thing figured out. I'm sure of it. It's quite strange. Let me try this again. Okay. I think we're all set up now. You believe me. All right. I'm glad you believe. Great. It's so nice to have a believer. Keep believing. We're going to be doing some really amazing chess here. I think I would normally just start all over again, but I'm not going to now because we've already got fans on board. Okay, so I'm going to move over here to the gameplay and switch this over to Lichess. For some reason it's out of Lichess. Okay, there it is. Okay, now the only thing I need is I think I'm going to edit the scene really quick. I don't have my brainwaves. I got to get the brainwaves there. Hold on just a second while I get the brainwaves showing. It's got to work. It's now or never. Come on, brainwaves. Wow. It says the URL doesn't work. Wait a second. Oh. Wait a second. How could it not be working? Wait a second. It's got to be working. Okay. Oh, okay. It was off. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Okay, I think we're going to get the brainwaves now. I got it streaming, and now I just have to connect it to the web address. There. Okay, but now I got to get it. Okay, this will just take one more second, seeing you're believing it. And you do believe. Go to the Play Store, open my monitor, and there they are. Those are my brainwaves in real time. If you can believe that. All right, cool. We did do it. We did it. We did it together with our power of thought. Okay, we are online. We got the Lichess board there. We got my brainwaves in real time. What else do we need? We got chatters. Yeah, it's like a rock. It needs to be like a rock. Set your mind to it, you can do it. Okay, let's set our mind to winning the game, shall we? And if we don't win, doesn't matter. We'll have a lot of fun and we'll learn from it. We'll do the post-mortem and find out what happened. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the Lichess and start a game. Create the game first. Okay, there we go. We're going to be playing white or black. See what happens here. Now, you guys that are in the chat, tell me if there's anything you don't see or if there's something that's not happening right. Let me know because we want everything to be right. The brainwaves are going, and we're going to see if we can win this game. This is another one of these king gambits. Not everybody calls this a king gambit when in this sort of a position, but I normally call it a king gambit when you move those pawns out there like that. Now I normally like to move the knight over here and force this pawn up really quick to kind of like break up the pawn structure on this side. And you see what he's doing there? I'm just going to protect against that with the bishop and move these pawns up. Now I got a lot of pieces trained on this square. Holy Christ. No. I guess I got to take him. And now he's going to take here. I got to move my queen out of danger. I guess I'll move my queen right up to here. We'll see how this works out. This will be an interesting game. He's got, he's a rook ahead, but his knight is way over there. And I don't know, this is one of those classic games where we might just win with some kind of a... I mean, we were trying to play a King's Gambit, and they didn't really cooperate well with that, and then we lost a rook. But we didn't really lose it. We kind of sacrificed our rook for hopefully a good positional advantage. He's not castled yet. And we've got our rook and our queen lined up over here, down on here on F7, that's called. And we're doing okay on time. So, we're missing that rook, but, we weren't really going to use that rook for a while anyway. If we can win this game right off the bat, we're not even going to miss that rook. We might not miss that thing either. Should I just take it? If I take him, I'm threatening checkmate. I'm going to threaten checkmate in one. See, if I come down here with the queen, he's going to be checkmated. Okay, now maybe I'll take that. I don't see where I can checkmate him now. I think I better take the bishop. Now his knight really can't get out of there, so he really just is an exchange ahead. He thought he was getting a rook, but... Okay, now what are we going to do? Okay, I think I'm going to do something kind of tricky here. You see, he can't take this because this will be checkmate in one. And we'll see what happens. This is an interesting game. It might work, it might not work. And you see what he did. He came out there. Figured he might do that. My queen is pretty powerful, and he wanted to, exchange the queen there. He's doing every thing he can not to lose here. I could take that knight, but I think I prefer to keep going for the strong attack. I can put him in check now with the knight up here. I don't know if that would do me a lot of good. Well, yeah, it kind of would actually. If I put him in check there, he has to move his king up here, and then I can basically put him in checkmate here with my queen. He can move his rook over, but if he moves his rook over, I move my pawn up, attacking his rook with my bishop and his queen with my pawn at the same time. So things are looking okay. This is an interesting game to start out tonight. Okay, so I said I was going to move up here, right? So why don't I just do that? He's going to have to move his king over here. If he moves it up here, it's checkmate. And now I can bring my this is maybe going to really screw me up. We'll see. We'll see how this works. I don't know if he remembers that he has this move with his queen. If he remembers he has that move, I'm still going to be doing okay because I'm really good on time. If he does that move, I might just boom, exchange him. I don't know what to do. I could put him in check here. Oh wow, he didn't see that. I can put him in check. Okay, let's just put him in check and see what happens, and maybe he'll wind down the clock some more. I'm just going to wind down the clock here a little bit. I don't know how much of an advantage I still have. A pretty good advantage. He's not developed hardly at all. In this case, I'm going to block his queen out again because my knight is well protected there. Now I could check his king again. I guess my best thing is to bring this bishop back here so that I don't lose that pawn. Okay, now should I check him just to waste some more time? We'll see what happens now. I mean, I got a pretty strong attack here now. 1 minute and 52 against 49 seconds. He's threatening checkmate right here now. I don't want him to do that. I can pretty much protect in a very strong way with the rook right there. I don't see any way he can dislodge that rook. What should I do now? I'm just going to go for time. I think that with time, I'll win this game. I don't see that he has any way to give me a really problematic attack right now. And I have an attack on this pawn as soon as he moves his rook. Probably take with the knight so that now he's got 16 seconds left. 14, 13. Okay, that was good. I don't know, should I take him here? Still just playing the clock. I got more than a minute. Now he's got 7 seconds. I just have to wear down this clock. And he's got 0 seconds left. We got it. We really do have it. I love the faith of my fans. That was pretty excellent. Well, thank you very much. It was, I hope we got some good brainwave data on that. I don't know if you noticed that, but those brainwaves were just like all over the place. Sometimes, it's like this part of this is for posterity. People 200 years from now could come and find this data on Twitch and then look at how people play chess in this day and age and compare the brain waves and maybe find something really spectacular about how brain function was during our era compared to how it will be in their era and how we used our brains and how we thought. I think this is a very, very important thing that we're doing here, even if we don't win every time. We did win that time though. That was pretty good. I appreciate. Let's do the play-by-play just to see if it's interesting. If it's not very interesting, we won't do it for very long, but let's just see what it looks like. Okay, I'm just gonna go back here. Yeah, everything, you can see everything. I was just checking to make sure everything is visible in the Twitch studio. Okay, I'm gonna request the computer analysis. And we're gonna see because the stockfish will tell us if we really did play well. We'll see. So far, I see a lot of white there. That's a good sign. A lot of black right there, though. Was -5 at a certain point and didn't even know it. 5 blunders against 4 blunders. I actually had, in terms of blunders and mistakes, I actually out-blundered and out-mistaked my opponent, but still managed to pull it out at the end because I was blundering more at the beginning. He was blundering more at the end, apparently. So, when you see a graph like this, it's kind of a bogus game, but it was fun and not much sense of doing the play-by-play. I would like to see where I really screwed up here and why I missed that, though. Let me just see. Okay, because I have to move this up now to see the board at the same time I see this. So he moved up there, and then I made a big mistake. Oh, yeah, I remember that. And look, I should have just come back there. I don't know why I didn't do that. It would have been so easy. If I had just moved my bishop back here, and I'll switch this on so the stockfish will do the computation, I still would have been down a little bit, but I would have had some pretty nice attacking possibilities as I had. Okay, so that was all right. Let's go ahead and do another one. That was fun. Okay, so let's go back to the Lichess and just kind of zen out here tonight. Okay, how do we do this? Put play there, create a game. Okay, here we go. Round and around she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. And tell me on the chat there if I'm screwing up, if you can't hear me or see me, if you can't see the brainwaves, give a call out, let me know, because my assistant director took the night off. Now they often do that, and I bring the knight out here. If the knight takes the knight, I have a pretty good game. He didn't do that this time, but I really like it when they take the knight. In this case, I just win some time by bringing the knight up to here, and you have to move his bishop back. Pin that knight, why not? My memory's not so good, but I think that's I think that's the way to do it. Okay, I don't want to advance that pawn too much right away. Bishop looks like it's going to play good out here. I don't have a pin on here at all. Okay, I'll move that back. He can move it back again, but he'll really advance that pawn structure over there if he does that. Okay, I gotta pay attention to what's happening here. That doesn't look anything dangerous. I'm just gonna castle. Doesn't look dangerous because if he moves up, the bishop can just come back. Okay, now in this case, I can take here and then here. No, I don't know if that's going to work. Will that work? Let me see. Here, here. The knight's pinned. Take the knight. I don't think I have quite enough firepower over there to do that. I don't know. I'll just bring him back here. I've tried that so many times on that side, and every once in a while it works, and other times it doesn't work. This is kind of crucial. I think I'm going to bring this knight back here. And I'll try to force his knight hit, or maybe bring my queen up here. Can I do that? It looks safe. I don't know. I'm just going to try it and see what happens. It's not like the end of the world if I lose. Figured he would do that. But now I can move his knight out of there. I can't here take this. I don't know what to do. Maybe just take the knight. The knight is really bothering me there. Okay, our queens are kind of like opposing each other right there. I gotta get some play here. He can't really attack my queen. If he attacks with the bishop, the queen comes back to here. It won't be any problem. And see this knight, this pawn is protected by the knight, this pawn and the rook and the queen. Yeah, I might be able to advance them up to here. Why don't I just go ahead and take that pawn? I don't know what's going to happen here, but it doesn't look like a bad move. Why don't I put him in check? Oh, we got a resignation. That was okay. A lot of fun. That was a pretty good game. You see how my brainwaves did. The red one went way up. The red brainwaves seem to signify happiness. And when I get like really happy, they go way, 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 way up. So should we take a look at here at the play-by-play? Seem to have lost out on the chat action here, but was good for the first game and a lot of fun. This game we're kind of like got a couple of lurkers out there, but nobody's really saying much. So let's take a look at the analysis board and see what we get. This was, you guys remember what kind of an opening this was? Let's see, it's taking a while to load, but don't know why it's taking so long. Lichess is not usually that slow. Maybe it's because the Twitch is taking all my bandwidth. Plus he's banned these brainwaves. Brainwaves take a lot of bandwidth. I'm going to go back to I'm going to refresh the Lichess and see what happens. Okay, so let's try analysis board again. Okay, I know we got an analysis board. Gonna move down here just a little bit. Request a computer analysis. Wow, that was actually a pretty darn good game. I don't like tooting my own horn. There's some purists that say that you're supposed to say touting your own horn, but I actually like tooting because you do toot a horn, like toot toot, you blow your horn. I don't like to tout my own horn, but look at that. 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. That's pretty good. 4 inaccuracies. And look, when I hover the mouse right there, you can see where they are. You see those blue dots that appear? Those are the 4 inaccuracies. But they move the graph just infinitesimally in Black's advantage at those points. So those inaccuracies probably didn't do anything so much as confuse Black. So this would be a good game to analyze. Okay, I didn't analyze the first game because it was a bogus game. I had like 4 blunders and 6 mistakes, if I remember correctly, and my opponent had about the same number. But this one looks more interesting. Okay, I hover on his blunders. Only had 2 blunders, and right at the end, you see the red dots. That's what I like about Lichess. It's so easy, so wonderful, so free. Like now that I'm starting to, not starting, but I'm hoping soon I'll be getting like a lot of Twitch revenue. I'll be able to afford some more expensive chess servers. But as it is right now, I'm kind of stuck with Lichess because I have a monthly, um, I have a fortune, a real fortune that I receive every month, and I just blow it on all kinds of extravagant expenditures, and I'm kind of stuck with Lichess because after I blow it all, I don't I don't have anything extra to pay for Chess.com or something like that. But so let's see, 2 blunders. You can see the red dots there, and 1 mistake right there. Okay, the mistake just sent him down, just relatively small. I mean, Lichess is gender neutral. You never really know who you're playing if it's, I say he, but I probably should say they. Um, okay, so they had 1 mistake. They had 2 blunders, 2 inaccuracies. Let's start from the beginning and look how it went. Okay, so I'm going to move this up. It's the only thing I don't like about Lichess. You can't see this. We just have to remember it just dips way down at the end against Black. So I'm going to turn on the Stockfish. A couple of nights ago, I explained a little bit to all of you about the etymology of Stockfish. And I explained that it's just my hypothesis. I really don't know anything about the etymology of it, but to me, it's like if you consider these pieces like fish and you stock them all in there, and then when you start taking them out, that's like catching them. And then if you manage to checkmate your opponent, that's like landing the big fish, because the big fish is the king. So, it's one explanation for why they call it stockfish. They probably have other better ones, but let's go ahead and click through this. Okay, so white played pawn to king 4. That's a classic opening. Stockfish is showing our best move. And that's a really great move. It's just that I don't do that because it's so complicated. It probably is the very best move, but it's a complicated move. I prefer this move. It's a lot less complicated. Very easy to handle. Most of the continuations, you don't get pushed around too much as Black. And Stockfish is saying, move that pawn up, and I think I did that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did that. Okay, so I made the Stockfish move. That's good. Stockfish, let's maybe move this back. So he brought his knight out, but Stockfish was saying just trade off that pawn. But that's a perfectly good move, like he did there too. In fact, white is ahead by 0.3. And Stockfish is saying, take the damn pawn. Oh, I'm sorry, this is crap. I checked when I signed up for this channel, I checked that children could watch this, and I just used a really nasty word. And I apologize for that. If you're a child, um, please say your penitences a few more times before you go to sleep tonight. I'm just joking. You don't have to say any penitences. Just believe in yourself that you're a good person. That's good enough. So okay, so there's the pawn. I'm going to take that pawn, and that's what I did. He took. That's a Stockfish move. Oh, let's see what Stockfish says. You know what? That's amazing. I've learned from experience that knight move is good, and it's amazing that Stockfish always also likes it. And if you notice on my brainwaves up there, now they're going back down, but the red was really high. I always say that the red shows when I'm happy. I was so happy when the Stockfish agreed with me. Red went way up. Okay, so let's do this analysis. I moved my knight out according to the Stockfish. He says, Stockfish says to take the knight. I actually like it when they take the knight because this pawn right here is really nice. But, oh, look at there. That was one of my inaccuracies. I had 3 inaccuracies. No mistakes, no blunders, but I did have this inaccuracy. They're saying that I wasn't supposed to take that knight. But, I like to take that knight because they have to retake with the knight. And then it's just like boom, boom. You save a lot of time and you go here. White has no attack. And then you come here attacking the bishop. And, you gain a tempo. Everything works out really good. So I came there. And then I came there. And oh, look at that. I'm playing according to Stockfish because I remember I said, is that the move? And it is the move. And that's what I did. I'm just clicking through the actual game now. And, ooh, okay. Look at this. I'm just so amazing. I'm playing all the Stockfish moves. I guess that's why I won. And then, oh, that's interesting. My Ypsilon went way up. That's, wow, wow, wow. If I could just keep that up. If I can keep the Ypsilon up. Oh, that's a Zen move. That's Zen. Oh, if you can get that up there, you're in Nirvana. Oh, come on. Get up there. Get up there. Come on, Ypsilon. Stay up there. Stay up there. Ypsilon is competing with happiness, and now it's competing with the green. Oh, no, the beta gained out. Oh, come on. Come on, Ypsilon. Oh, come on. It's staying up there pretty good, though. The Ypsilon is staying up there pretty good. There's Zen masters that say that if you can get the Ypsilon up there really high and keep it up, you'll be walking 2 inches above the ground. So let's see what we get here. It's keep clicking. Okay, they castled. Look at that! I can't believe that. I mean, most of these are obvious moves, right? I mean, the bishop comes out to there. That's kind of obvious because it controls all these nice squares and even comes close to the king. He forced me back, and I brought the bishop back. Oh, wait a second. It's like this person's reading the book. They're a good player. They moved the Stockfish move. They moved that pawn forward. But I'm apparently reading the book too because I castled. Wait a second. Wait a second. What was the move for Stockfish? Okay, Stockfish says bring the queen here because basically getting the queen off the back rank, getting ready to move the rooks, centralize them. A lot of people would move the queen out of this pin, but then the pawns get doubled and everything. I guess it's good. Keep the queen right there. If he takes the knight, you take with the queen. And neither the knight nor the bishop or the queen, they're all on black. Nothing can assail this knight really quick. So the queen is safe coming up on a white square. You have to look at this kind of stuff, analyze it when you're playing. So he didn't do the stockfish move. Move his pawn up. I brought the bishop back. He did the stockfish move. I did the stockfish move. Did he do the stockfish move? Let me back that up. No. The stockfish was just centralize one of the rooks or bring the queen off the back rank. Those are just like basic positional moves like you'd learn from any basic book on how to move in chess, really. But he did something different. I wonder if that was one of his mistakes. Let me just move up the board here really quick and see if that was one of his mistakes. I'll push the board down to see. No, where we're at right here is this brown line. It still stays even quite a bit until he blunders right there. Move 19. Remember that. Move 19 is when he blunders. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. I hope you're enjoying this. I mean, I sure am. I guess I'm the only one here, but that's relative because I'm the only one here right now. But a million years from now, depending on the future of the world and everything, and my future and my history, and how much people appreciate brainwaves. This might be the most popular channel a million years from now. Who knows? I mean, the most popular channel, at least from our era, that's still being played because I'm the only one on internet playing chess with brainwaves. So there you have it. Let's go back to the game. So, Stockfish is saying to move this pawn up. I didn't do that. Like, that doesn't look like a good move to me. Just the fact that this pawn looks very strong here with this pawn against the center. I would never move that pawn up. Okay, I brought this knight back because I was looking for some action over here, bringing my queen out. And when I brought my knight back, if you want to see how the stockfish went, it went down. It actually went up a little bit because we're right there. When I moved my knight, I actually went up a little bit. Got an advantage. Black is ahead right at that point, which is good. You want to be ahead, right? Well, unless that's kind of a conundrum in life. And you saw my Epsilon went way up there because I'm into Zen again. Now I'm happy. Now I'm Zen because Zen and happiness are like competing right now. But does it really matter if we win? I mean, the universe also remains very happy when your opponent wins because your opponent gets really happy. So, what is the Zen answer to who should win a game of chess? Again, my epsilon going way up when I ask that question. With the Zen, the Zen still stays up. The epsilon stays up. And the happiness stays up. I don't know. It's an interesting question. If the old Zen masters had had brainwaves, they would have been number one, flabbergasted, and number two, totally enthralled and totally engaged, and they probably would have lost their Zen just a little bit because it adds another variable. There's a lot of variables to achieving the proper balance because Zen is not about winning, it's about balance, and it's you see I got really happy when I pronounced that. It's so weird. When I look at those waves, I don't know, it makes me happy. I'm getting good results, and actually I won this game too, so that makes me happy. So let's go ahead and you can see from the chat, look at the last thing that Zimaj 2134. You guys see that, right? Is that projected? I guess that's projected in the I really don't know. I guess you guys can see it though. I'm in what's called the Twitch studio, and the Twitch studio is not exactly what you guys see. But I'm thinking that, my last comment from Zimog 2134 was well played. And Zimog was here earlier tonight, and I was having technical problems, and I said, believe me, we're going to solve these technical problems. And Zimog was very, very supportive, said, I believe. Zimog is a really good person, like two words, I believe. And then when I finally got us online with the brainwaves and the elite chess, might not seem like a great achievement to a lot of people, but it's not that easy. You have to be a little bit tech savvy to do this kind of stuff. And ZMag said, we did it. Like, it's amazing. And then when I really started to play the game, ZMag said, our faith was like a rock. And I like how ZMag misspells was in that case because there's so many words that begin with W that also have an H, like what or who or which or whale. Whale is the most intelligent animal on earth, according to a lot of thinkers, especially if the thinker is a whale. A whale. Trying to push that epsilon up. Come on, epsilon, go up. The epsilon is my Zen. Come on. I need to get that thing. The happiness is going up. The Zen is going down. I don't know. It might just be my hypothesis that the epsilon is a Zen. Yeah, who cares? I mean, who really cares about Zen? I mean, you see how my happiness, my red wave went way up when I said, who really cares about Zen? Who really cares about. I can't say that word because I explained earlier about how I answered the questionnaire about whether this is a children's channel. But anyway, looks like the Zen and the happiness are starting to compete. That's good. So let's go back to the. Oh, wait, let's look at the dialogue. Our faith was like a rock. We got this. We got this because in my first game, we started to win. And I know who this person is. This is BB James because BB James was one of my first followers, and BB James liked to say, we got this. And BB James is a good chess player, an excellent chess player. I actually played him. He's rated like 2300, something like that. And by a lot of luck, I did win that game. It was really strange that I won a game against somebody rated so high, but BB James said at the end of the game, well played, so it made me happy. And you see my red wave way up, my Zen wave way up. Oh, my Zen wave is actually kind of mediocre and kind of down, but like I say, you don't have to worry about Zen. Give me a break. The Zen, the greatest Zen leaders, if you can call them leaders, they didn't care about Zen. If you went up and asked them, what do you think about Zen? They would have told you that. I can't say that, like I just I just keep, I keep getting happy, and happiness is good. Happiness maybe is better than Zen, really, when you think about it. But certain things I can't say on this channel. But anyway, there's Zen. I was just listening to this podcast yesterday. If you want to listen to podcasts and you're sick and tired of the 6-minute podcasts and the 15-minute podcasts and the 22-minute and 17-second podcasts, where I listen to something actually substantial, and you don't want to listen to some new age idiot. No, I shouldn't talk like that. They're all wonderful people. They're all manifestations of the universal energy. They're really great. I don't know why my alpha went way up right there, but they're wonderful people that you'll find on internet. But I'll tell you something. Or I won't. I won't. I'm not going to tell you. Let's play another game because this is getting boring. We're going to go back to the Lichess, and I'm going to make a goal this time. We're going to lose. I'm really tired of winning. Let's go back here, play, create a game, and we're just going to lose. We're going to end the night by losing. How will that be? I'm going to do everything I can to lose this game, but without being too obvious about it, okay? So I'm white. I move their pawn to king 4. I play the king's gambit. I move my knight out. He's going to take my pawn right there. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the king's gambit. This is called the king's gambit, right? So he thinks he's going to get a king's gambit, right? So do they call that the king's gambit for nothing? I don't think so. Now we have an attack on this pawn right now if we want it. Can we do it? If we move this up and then he moves his pawn up, we can get an attack here, and then we have 2 pieces under attack. We have to move our queen back. Let's try it. It looks good. It looks good. I'm gonna try it. He didn't do what I thought he was gonna do, but I can. Okay, it's more aggressive the knight than the pawn, right? The knight comes up. The knight can do more things than just this pawn can do. Oh, that was a really useless move. No, I should be able to win this game. What is the move now? Should be a 1 game. I guess I'll just move this knight up, attacking this knight, because this knight is defending this pawn against the rook. I think that's the winning move. Okay, now we gotta really get into a Zen situation here. I shouldn't have called this a Zen situation because it's just chess. I'm going to move this bishop out of the way of the queen. And I thought he might do that, and I'm just going to take him there. And now I can take him here if I want to, and then come up here with a check. If I want to. I think I want to do that. If I do this, it's not so good. If I bring the queen, oh, I can bring the queen up right now. I think I should bring the queen up right now. If he takes my knight, it's checkmate. And if he protects this knight, this pawn, I take the pawn. Can't take him with my knight though. I can take this though. Yeah, I'm gonna take him. Because I just saw I can come up here, check his king, and then take his rook. We'll see how that works. He kind of stymied me right there. But I still have my knight well protected. Okay, I'm just going to... I don't know. I don't want to lose on time. 4 minutes and 17 seconds against... Things are not looking good in terms of time. He's starting to freak out about castling queenside. I can sense that. So I'm going to move up here, and I don't know if he sees that I can take this pawn with my bishop. He saw it. Okay, so let me see what I can do. I'm going to have to attack this whole situation starting with this pawn, and then move this pawn up. Kind of like a pawn chain attack. It's called Nimzovich. Ooh, and he's got his queen king up there into action. Okay, and I take that one, and then I'm going to take this with my bishop if he takes me there. If he doesn't take me there, what am I going to do? I need to plan. Oh, that was good. He blocked that in the middle. Oh, but this is good. I take his queen, and if he retakes with his queen, oh, his king is coming up like crazy. Give me a break. I want to win this game. I'm going to take here because if he doesn't retake, I win with the bishop here to block his, to win his queen. He might not see that. Part of chess is just doing tricky things. Okay, and he didn't see it, so that's check. Queen is gone. I got 44 seconds left against 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I come back here. He comes with the knight against me there. I'm going to take here. I got 29 seconds left. He doesn't have a discovered check because my king is on black. So I have the discovered check here with the queen. So that's why I did that. I really like this. I really like what's happening here. Looks good. I'm going to take this bishop, and I'm going to put him in check here. Got 19 seconds left. Winning this game, except for time. It doesn't look too good. He's got 2 minutes. Oh, I got this pawn that can come down. I got to think about that. I'm going to just come down there and win that pawn. Okay, I'm bringing my queen to attack his knight. At the same time that I'm attacking his bishop and his rook. And that's checkmate. 6 minutes, 6 seconds left. 6.9 against a minute and 49. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've lost with this same sort of time interval. You know, look at my brainwaves. I'm going to use my mouse here and show you. They were really high up with the red. Red was really high. But I just wanted to point out about the time, like we all do this because we're not all we're trying to win. We're trying to enjoy. We're trying to do, you know, the cool thing in chess and competing and not always being really rational about the clock. But with a minute and 49 seconds compared to 6, they could have taken, how long? It could have taken at least 30 seconds for that move. And they moved, you know, too quickly and boom, come right down there with the queen, checkmate. But that's normal. That's completely normal. I want to look at this game, and I think we'll finish the night by analyzing this game. And this was a take. This will go into posterity, I'm sure. We didn't have a lot of chat except for ZMAG 2134 at the beginning, which was a lot of fun. But like I say, nobody knows what the future brings. The future could be millions and millions and millions and millions of viewers. Millions and millions of viewers. See how did you see how my red went so high? It's just so amazing how the red one goes way up when I'm happy. It's like I was talking about millions and millions of viewers in the future, and it just like popped right up there so high. Well, anyway, we were talking about that earlier. If you missed I call these podcasts. I know they're Twitch broadcasts, or some people call them streams, live streaming, but I call them Twitch broadcasts because I compare them to the old radio shows. And it's like when you compare a Twitch streaming to an old radio show and then you project that into the future and you see millions and millions and millions of viewers, it just makes you so happy. The red goes way up. And you kind of think, how's it going to be in the future? What are people going to be doing in the future? Do I have a crystal ball that I can look into the future and see what they're going to be doing? And actually, yes, I do. I do have a crystal ball. Because I believe that in the future, people are going to be looking at this and I'm going to have like a really large revenue stream. It'll be like 1,000,000 years in the future. And that doesn't make a lot of sense for the next 50 years or so of my life. It's because of the million years in the future. But if you discount that, you know about the what they call the time value of money. Discount a million viewers in the future, a million viewers on Twitch or some similar program in the future. Uh, a million years from now, and then you discount that back down. You do the financial analysis. It might be almost next to zero. I really don't know, but or it could be a lot. I'm not sure, but you'd have to do that analysis. If you have one of those Texas Instrument, they're called TI calculators. You can do a lot of great financial calculations on one of those things. And I mean, at least you could when I was studying finance. And when I was studying finance, I would have said that millions of Twitch viewers in the future, like what is that worth today? If you asked me that, I would have said, what is a Twitch viewer? Because I was studying finance back in the late 1970s. Wow, I got my Zen way up. I got my Zen way up. Look at that Y. Ooh, wow. That was good. Breathing exercises, breathing exercises. Happiness is way up too. It, these colors on the brainwaves are a lot like the colors in an M&M package. Like you buy that envelope, that plastic envelope that you get. You got the red ones in there. There's very few of those. And you got some yellow ones. There's not very many of those either. A lot of brown ones and blue ones. What are those? Like, what is a blue M&M? What's that supposed to taste like? I guess it tastes a little bit like sugary with chocolate inside, but the red ones actually do have a kind of a different kind of a flavor. I don't know. Alpha is the blue one. The alpha, at least when I was young, they said, well, alpha is really cool. Like, oh, get into the alpha state. But I don't believe that anymore. Like, okay, look, my alpha's way up, but my happiness, which is the red one, is way up. And, oh, did you see the gamma? How it went up there right there? Gamma is called Zen. I'm quite sure of that. I don't know what that green thing is. Why that green thing like just accompanied me right there and went up. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm the last one here tonight in terms of my fans. They all went home, but those are my fans worldwide. By the way, and I can understand why they went home because because the world is turning all the time and the globe is constantly in a different position in relation to the sun. And just like, those brainwaves you see right there, they're all jumbled up. I'm looking at it in the Twitch studio and I got my mouse up there. I don't know if you see that. Do you guys see like I see in the Twitch studio? I really don't know. Let me see. Let me go over to here. Okay. No, I don't think you guys see it. My mouse, I point with a lot of stuff with my mouse and nobody sees it. But that's a kind of an illusion. It's much more than a metaphor. It's actually an allusion to life where it's more than an illusion too. It's like it's in direct relationship to life where when I'm not when I'm pointing to my mouse and you're not seeing it, are you just not seeing it? That's much more than an illusion. That's an actual fact. So when I'm pointing with my mouse, and I've been pointing with my mouse all night, and you're not seeing it, but that's okay. We had a lot of fun, and ZMeg2134 was here. That was a great time, and I guess we've been online for more than an hour, but that's great. 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 45 seconds. Paul's my assistant producer. He's right over here. Paul, what do you think about what happened? Can you pan the audience? Not the audience, but can you pan the camera out to get the entire crew? Because we've got the film crew, we've got the EEG crew, which is 6 people, and I've got a couple of consultants here too. Um, can you pan it out just to catch everybody? No, Paul's telling me the camera's fixed at this point. That doesn't have a lot of motion. It's on a. He says it's on what's called a fixed XYZ axis, whatever that is. XYZ axis meaning it's I guess it's not going to move in any sort of a way. So anyway, well, Paul is my assistant director, and if he says it's that way, so it's that way. He used to be my friend, by the way. Paul used to be my friend before he became my assistant director, and he still is. He still is my friend. Look how my Zen goes way up when I say Paul is my friend. So let's see y'all tomorrow night. Will that be good? And we'll play some more chess and maybe analyze some more. And as you can see in this position, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but I'm moving my mouse around. The queen is next to the king. The white queen is next to the king. It's basically kissing the king. The king got all red because it's embarrassed by this kiss. But it's the kiss of death. The white king, the white queen, which is the feminine quality, is down there kissing the male quality, and the male quality is embarrassed. And he's all red. And he's got 1:49, and I've got 6.9 seconds. And this poor fellow, the bishop, the religious one, is not doing anything. My rook is supporting the queen. My king is in safety. His rook is coming near my king, but his rook is not doing anything. It doesn't have support. To have support, he would have to have the bishop here, but you know what? It takes time. Chess is about time. That's why it was checkmate. So we'll see you all tomorrow night, and I'm going to end the stream, and I hope you all had fun. I certainly did. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.